sip of tea and a journal page. Let go the weight of a hectic stage. The plants we water, the dreams we grow. In this space, we take it slow. Self-care Sundays. Time to breathe, time to sway. Self-care Sundays, where the noise melts away. Self-care Sundays. Time to breathe, time to sway. Self-care Sundays, where the noise melts away. No rush, no race, no plans to chase. Just love the lines etched on your face. Every scar, every twist, every turn, a lesson learned, a fire that burns. Self-care Sundays. Time to breathe, time to sway. Self-care Sundays, where the noise melts away. Self-care Sundays. Time to breathe, time to sway. Self-care Sundays, where the noise melts away. Self-care Sundays. Self-care Sundays. Self-care Sundays, where the noise melts away.
Okay, welcome everybody. I will get a video put with that.
I love it. We need to, I almost got me up and
I
dancing.
know. I will get
We
a
just
video put
all
with
get
that
up and
one
dance.
for our opening for Self Care
Excuse me.
Sundays. I love it, love it, love it. And I was like, yes, Suno is a wonderful tool. You can just pour out your heart to it and it'll come up with something wonderful. So I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy that song. So it is Self Care Sundays. Body Illusion is here with me. Good morning, or I guess it's afternoon already. Good afternoon, Body Illusion. How are we doing today? We are going to be
I'm
talking
doing
about
good. Good morning, good
home
morning.
ec-
And hi, Ashley. Hi, honey. Yeah, we're going
we
to do
are
some
going
homemade
to,
stuff that we have in the kitchen cabinet
yes.
or in the fridge or whatever.
So I have a disclaimer
So,
up there on the ticker.
as you, we're cracking or something. Yeah, let me take care of the pooch. Wasn't with her. First thing first. So, biggest thing I can tell you is one is different, just like personalities and everything. See, there we go. Personalities and things like that. Everyone's different. Everybody's skin is different. Everyone wants different results. So, but doing things out of your kitchen can be a lot of fun. Can be a lot of fun, and then for yourself. You know what I mean? The best thing I tell you is if you decide to make one. Decide to make one. Yeah, I think we are. We're lagging a little bit. Test it on your hand. Give it an hour or so, and then test it on your face before you start, just to make sure.
Okay. I
Because
don't
we're
want
lagging
to
a little bit.
refresh because I'm afraid I'll lose it.
Okay.
Let me try.
Because Ash, I got a lot to say today. Oh, hi everyone.
There we go. We're back. I think we're together now. Are we together?
Are we better now? Hopefully.
I think we
We'll
are.
give it a couple minutes and see what we find out. Yeah.
Glitter bombs.
The
Hello,
best thing I can
hello.
tell you is, like I said, test. Uh, glitter bombs. Hi, welcome. Yeah, did ya? Did ya? So the best thing I can say, and another thing is, and I'm going to put it this way, and this is how I remember it: do not use wood on your face. Do not use wood on your face. See that face Echo gave me? See that face? That's the
Wood.
reason it'll stick in your head. Because I put wood on your face. Try not to use wood on your face.
Okay.
And I'm talking, and if you think about it, I'm talking about paper towels, napkins, toilet paper, tissues, because they're all
Oh, okay.
paper products.
Okay.
They're made of wood.
Paper
So if you
products
keep it in
made
your
from wood. Okay.
So if you think don't put wood on my face, it makes you more aware, if that makes sense. Because
Yes.
you get that look. It's like, don't put wood on my face. Don't put wood on, And that's the reason I say it that way. And I say it that way in my head as well. Hi, Misha.
Hello, hello.
So,
everyone.
but that's another thing. Try to always use cotton. Always use cotton because it's nice and soft and gentle. Yeah, because you have to realize that even though it's a tissue and stuff like that, it is made of wood. So it does make abrasions, very small ones. But when you get to my age, every little one counts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's like we were talking before.
That's my biggest
scrubs,
takeaway.
all of those scrubs that you can use to exfoliate the dead skin, they all have something kind of abrasive in them. And that's what it's actually doing, right? Is making the little cuts
Yes.
in your skin. And then
Right.
when that heals, you should have better skin underneath. So, yeah. So, please, everybody,
So what you want to
test
do
it
is you want
out.
to find stuff that will. What you want to do is the stuff you use for exfoliating is what it's called. Exfoliating is going to be soft enough that if you put some. Hi, Nick. If you put some pressure on it, that it will break down before it cuts. That is, I am the noise operator. His name is Nick.
Oh, hi, Nick. Hi, Seventh. Welcome. Yeah. Okay.
So so you have to realize that what you want to do is whatever you're putting abrasive on your face, it'll break down if you put too much pressure. So like almond, what was it? Apricot scrub. They use an apricot shells. That's not going to break down. It's just going to make abrasions. Walnut cleansers and things like that. A big thing right now is charcoal. Charcoal in scrubs. Oh, okay. Sugar scrub? Yeah, that's really popular. We talked about that last week. Hi, BJ.
Hi, BJ.
So we talked about sugar scrubs last week, and they're really popular. But you also have to realize that it is your largest organ. So whatever you put on your skin, you're scrubbing. It will, not a lot, but it may penetrate. So be aware of
Yeah.
that.
So if
Be
you're
aware of that.
using
If you're allergic to
sugar
something,
or
internal
honey or molasses or anything like that,
you were watching
sugar.
sugar.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So you have to be aware of that. Like I said, everybody's different. Everybody is different. But the biggest thing about scrubs is, like I said, like that's the reason. Like oats is really good. Rice is really good. Things like that. Like when I started making my home, I bought this
It's
at a garage sale.
like a
Just a regular coffee grinder.
coffee grinder.
And
Okay.
it's yeah. So I ended up grabbing, because I don't drink coffee, so I didn't have one, and I ended up grabbing that up, and that powders it down well enough. But also realize if you use these kind of scrubs, okay, make sure. Jay, you're being cute. If you use those kind of scrubs, be aware that washing them, like if you go in the shower and rinse them off, like some people do, it's going down your drain. So it is food going down
Okay.
that particular drain, not your kitchen drain. So make sure you do that kind of thing, kind of rinse off in the kitchen sink,
Yeah.
because the kitchen sink is made for food.
Yeah. You don't want to get a clogged up bathtub for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 7 says that's why he doesn't do rock salt scrubs anymore. Yeah. And that
And
makes total sense.
I'm
honey.
sure there
That makes
are a
total
lot
sense.
of things in the products, that people don't even realize are in there, and so you're just going
No.
by whatever, somebody says, hey, this kind of scrub is great for you. Well, it might not be for you, it might be for somebody else, and you really need to know the ingredients. And that's what I like about the homemade things, because you know exactly what you're putting in there and you know what you're using, as opposed to
Yeah.
these mysterious chemicals that we can't pronounce that are in so many foods.
You can't pronounce.
And that, to me, if I can't pronounce it at all, or I don't recognize it, I might not pronounce it, but I recognize the word, then it's probably not a good thing to have, because I don't know what it is. And I don't like putting things I don't know what they are on my body or in my body.
Yeah.
Not anymore, I don't.
Well, the biggest dehydrator of skin, and everybody, I could bet of my bottom dollar, everybody in this chat has some of it in their house in some kind of hands cleaner or body wash or something. Shampoo is lauryl sulfate. Lauryl sulfate is a dehydrator. So if you get something, you kind of want to get it low lauryl sulfate, which will feel weird at the beginning, because that's the stuff that makes bubbles.
Well, I actually worked with a lady.
But that's also what makes, when you're done taking a shower and your skin feels so tight, that's the lauryl sulfate.
Okay. I worked with a lady who had an allergy to sulfates, and she had to buy special shampoos
Okay.
and soaps and all of that to not have any of that in there. So yeah, you got to be so careful. But you would think most of the things that we use in the shower, we want them to moisturize our skin, not dehydrate us.
Yeah, but a lot of people, they don't feel clean unless their skin, when they get done
Mhm.
drying, and they don't feel clean unless their skin is super tight. Well, it's just pulled all the moisture out of whatever moisture you have in your skin. That's the reason
Yeah.
it feels so tight. So it's just, yeah. So that's lauryl sulfate. So watch your bubbles, guys.
No more bubbles.
Egg whites, vitamin E, and okay. 7 says egg whites, vitamin E, and large crystal sugars.
Oh.
So it's large granules.
Mhm.
That's great. That's great. I'm sure that feels really good. With vitamin E and things like that, it depends on how big the molecules all are, if they're even penetrating, unless you're just using it as a carrier for the exterior moisturizer.
Yeah, no, that
So
the carrier.
but a lot of
I was going to say, a lot of the carrier oil things, I've been hearing that a lot with the castor oil. Like, it even suggests you put it in olive oil or coconut oil or another oil to kind of, I think, because castor oil is so sticky, thick and sticky, that you put it with another oil and kind of makes it a little bit more manageable and you can use it easier. But
more supple.
yeah. And I never knew.
And all of those are carrier oils, and they're all to help blend them together.
Yeah.
So they blend together easier. So they
Yeah.
So I think that's what Seven's doing with that vitamin E.
Yeah, probably
is
making
using
it
as
so
a
it
very
will
good
go on, because if you're just using the egg white and the sugar, I think of that being more like a paste, like it would be cakey on you. But I think by mixing oil with
Yeah,
it, it will
it
smooth
is.
out a little bit better. Hello, Austin. Welcome. I don't use a lot of masks or scrubs or anything like that on my skin. And I've never really put a lot of makeup on it
Okay.
either. So um, I find that I have a lot more like little discolorations, like not necessarily freckles or moles, but like just different shades and different coloring. And of course, since I've lost weight in
Uh-huh.
my face, I have a lot more fine lines than I used to have. And I can look back at some of my old videos, and it literally looks like somebody took like a bicycle pump and blew my face up. Like it is so tight, so round, and so tight, you know. And it's like I feel
Uh-huh.
like it deflated it. But I didn't have wrinkles before. I definitely have wrinkles now, though. But I'll take the wrinkles over being healthy any day. Hello, PJ
Right.
Smith.
Right.
Welcome. Yes, it is a wonderful, beautiful day today. The sun actually did come out.
Hello, everyone. Yeah. 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 Essential oils, they can be harsh, especially if they're true essential oils, pure essential oils. That's the difference between true essential oils and pure essential oils. So, yeah. But they have to be used really uh, cautiously because some of them can really do some crazy stuff. What are we talking about?
Oh,
Must
he's
have done
saying he
something wrong
must
with
have
the
did the
weather,
weather wrong.
or Nightbot's doing something wrong. So yeah, you can do it on your back. You can do it on your. But another thing is, if you're going to start doing your face, and as they call the décolleté, don't forget those pieces because if you've paid attention, which when I was in the business, I saw people's skin all the time. You just see them in the stores and stuff, and you can see the demarcation right here. They stop, and this part is just beautiful, and this part isn't doesn't match.
Yeah.
So
And
go all the way
isn't
down.
that true too?
All the way
That most women, as they age, it's in their neck. Like you'll notice it in their neck more so than their actual face. And it's like
Yep.
I can remember who was it? I keep thinking Carol Burnett, but I don't think it was Carol Burnett. But there was another actress, and her face was, and she probably had facelifts. I don't know, but I mean, her face was just very youthful, but her neck was like looked like she was about
Well, yeah.
80.
I mean,
And
look.
I
And see,
always
I take
thought,
care
well,
of it
if
all
she
at
can
the same
afford
time,
to
just
have
so it doesn't. This is good. If I hadn't taken care of it, it could have been. Yeah,
yeah.
it could have been
But
a
do they do
loss.
neck lifts? I guess they do. If you get a
What's that,
facelift,
honey?
you can get a neck lift too. And
You
like I
can
have
you can
this
get it. They'll lift anything you want. If you got the
right in
money, they'll
here, I
lift
have
anything
like
you want.
lines because I
Yeah,
used to have a
they can
double
do it
chin.
here. They can do it here,
Hmm.
or they can do it behind your ears, behind your neck hairline, and go this way with it.
Pull it up.
It just depends on where you want to go with it. I
Yeah,
mean, living in
I'll
that
keep my
plastic
package.
world, I'm gonna call it plastic world.
Yeah,
Living in that plastic world, I saw a lot of facelifts, a lot of face plumping. You talking about this kind of stuff, Seventh? Jojoba? Huh?
that's what he says.
I
Jehovah
got all kinds of stuff
is
over here.
my
I got
choice
a lot of
perfume I used to make
visual
perfume,
aids. I always wanted to say
cologne,
that. Visual aids.
and beer supplements. Okay,
Beer supplements?
beard supplements.
Oh,
I guess to
beard.
help your beard
Yeah.
be more manageable, more maybe softer.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
My
They have
ex-husband's
beard
mustache.
conditioners and things like that. Yeah, and then and then like Seventh, he has a beard. I think BJ has one as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
BJ does have a beard.
under their beard, it may get broke out.
Yeah.
So they have to get under there without having to shave off and start again. So that's a different kind of skin. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
olive oil they say is supposed to be pretty good for your skin as well as eating it internally. A lot of things you can eat internally that you will see the results in your skin, and then some things that you put on your skin you might see results of it getting into your system that way. But yeah, I don't
but
really.
olive oil is one of those things like honey. Olive oil is like honey. You need the pure virgin olive oil. You don't want a bunch of processing because it takes all the goody out of it. Just like honey. Honey has a lot of different cousins that they call honey, but you want the pure
Right.
honey if you're something like that. So that that makes a difference. If you're gonna do it right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
My
those are
grandma used
usually a lot more expensive, the pure things, but that's why they're more expensive, because they are the actual best.
Yeah. But there, like I said, I have some recipes. There's things around the house that you have around the house that you can start with and play with and experiment with. A lot of food. I use mineral oil on my face. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Through his beard, yeah. So it gets
Yeah,
down into the skin.
yeah, it
Yeah.
penetrates. Yeah, and then it also. Oh hi, Henry. So
But my
but
ex-husband's mustache was like a wire brush. It was like
uh
bristly, like coarse and bristly.
uh
He probably needed some
yeah,
kind of something.
it's just like hair on your head. Everybody's hair is different, but you
Yeah.
can do things to make the hair on your head, the hair on your lip, a little more supple. You can. There is ways to do it. Some people don't. So, but there is steps. I mean, you start with cleansing, and then you do the exfoliation, and then you do the masking, and then you do the moisturizing. You know, um, and I know at one time, Echo, you had mentioned that you're using.
I gotta write that down, that you exfoliate before you mask.
Yeah, you want to have your pores open and your face as clean as possible. That's what you're doing. You're cleaning, you're washing your face, then you're exfoliating. So you're doing like a deep cleaning.
Yeah.
So when you put the mask on, it penetrates into.
Yeah.
You've gotten rid of all your dead
Right.
cells.
I think
as much as you can.
that
So you
yeah.
want it to penetrate.
Yeah.
And then when you moisturize, basically the moisturizer, because the mask should have done a lot of moisturizing. What you're doing is you're just sealing it, so the pollution from the environment doesn't get in there, and so it just stays there. And that's what the moisturizer is about.
Okay.
So that's, if that makes sense.
And you started to say something that I was mentioned, using something or doing something.
Oh, who knows what I was saying? But anyway, oh yeah, toner. You had mentioned toner.
Okay.
You were using toner at one
Yes.
time. I
Yes.
mentioned that. I know a lot of people recommend toner, and if you go to a Clinique counter or Macy's or something, they will recommend toner. Most people don't even know what toner
Yeah.
is, what it's for. They just smear it on. Right?
Yeah.
You just smear it on because they said it goes there. What it is it's to clean the residue of the last step you just did. So it's to take away, and it shouldn't smell like alcohol. You're not using alcohol on your face. You might as well just go buy a bottle of alcohol. A toner is not alcohol. And so if it smells like alcohol, it's not good toner. But you can buy OTC good toner. You know, you don't have to go to a spa or something. But yeah, you can use toner in between every step to get the last of the residue off.
Oh,
if that makes
okay.
sense. With
Okay.
cotton. No wood.
No wood. Okay. Because I think the set that I bought, it's you cleanse it, then you do the toner, then you do the serum, and then you do the face cream, and then you do the moisturizer. Or you might do the face cream, you might do the moisturizer and then the face cream and the eye cream. I don't know. But anyway, yeah.
Who told you all that?
Because I bought that skincare set where it has all the little things.
Yeah, okay.
So if you do that right, you know,
Yeah.
step by step, yeah.
So the serum was going to go on right before you put on your last layer of moisturizer.
Yeah. Okay. So it's got to be the
That's when you're going
serum
to put it on.
and then
I don't know what they're
what's
saying.
the difference between
But
face
this,
cream
everybody's different.
and moisturizer?
What's the difference between face cream,
Okay.
ingredients?
So they would do different things.
One is Pond's, and one is retinol night cream. Everybody knows
Yeah.
what Pond's is,
Yeah.
right? Yes. Witch hazel is really good. It's really stringent. It's really good at antibacterial. But if you have a cut, it will fight it.
Well, my dad used to use.
So if you have oily skin, it may be something you want to mix with something. You know, if you have like the T-zone, they call it T-zone. If you have that, but on a regular witch hazel, I love the smell of it. Reminds me of old barbershops.
Well, my dad used to use it in the winter months because his skin would get kind of chapped from the wind, and so he would put the. No, I'm lying. It wasn't witch hazel. It was corn huskers. You know what corn
Huskers.
is?
Love corn
Okay.
Huskers. My grandfather
Corn
loved
huskers is what he put on, not witch hazel. I had that confused. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, corn huskers is good stuff with the
Yeah.
yellow label, and it's kind of
Yes.
milky looking stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, see,
And I never really knew what it was or why he used it, but I know he would splash it on his face.
And you always made sure he had a bottle,
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yep,
So
he definitely did. All right, let me pull up these notes because I got a couple of the hair treatment type things
Okay.
you can make at home. And this one is called a moisturizing avocado hair mask. And it says
Okay.
avocados are rich in vitamins, essential fatty acids, and minerals that help restore moisture to dry hair. So you take one ripe avocado, a tablespoon of honey, a tablespoon of olive oil. Mash the avocado up in a bowl until it's smooth. Add the honey and the avocado or olive oil and mix well. Apply the mixture to damp hair, focusing on the ends, and leave it in for 20 to 30 minutes. Rinse thoroughly with warm water and then shampoo. That I might try.
Okay.
My hair, I don't know that my hair is dry.
you're gonna have to taste it as well.
It sounds good enough to eat, doesn't it? Honey and avocado. It might be good.
Now that's also, you can use that also on your face. So if you want to do your hair and do, because it would be the moisture, it would be the mask. So you would do it on your face and you can use that exact same
thing
recipe.
on your
on your
face
skin as
and
well.
your hair. Okay, that sounds good.
That one in particular can
Yeah.
do both.
Okay, then it's got one here called a clarifying apple cider vinegar rinse. Apple cider vinegar helps balance the scalp's pH and removes product buildup, leaving hair shiny and clean. And it's 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with 2 cups of water. And it says you mix the apple cider vinegar and the water in a spray bottle or jug. After you shampoo, pour the mixture over your hair evenly. Let it sit for a few minutes and then rinse with cool water. What do you think about that?
That would be more for
Yeah,
clarifying.
that's what it says.
Yeah.
Clarifying.
Apple cider vinegar. It's more for clarifying. So when you use shampoo, and it's just, when you use shampoo and you use the same one all the time, you get a buildup. You get a buildup on your hair. It's just what it is. It's the way it's made because you want it to be soft. So you keep putting the same product on that makes it soft. So it gets this buildup. When you put apple cider vinegar on your hair, what it's doing is it's breaking that off, and it's getting that residue off. So you're back to your original hair. So that's the reason they call it clarifying, because it's taking off all that, and so you're back to your hair, and it'll feel amazing. Do it a couple of times because that's all it takes. Every couple of weeks.
Okay, so not
Every
not
couple of
real
weeks to
often.
break off that film that you get on your
Okay.
hair.
All right.
Uh-huh. And it works. It
This
works.
one says,
It really does.
go ahead. I keep talking over you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I told you I had a lot to
I
say
know.
today.
That's great. Okay, this says strengthening
I'm sorry.
egg and yogurt hair mask. Eggs are packed with protein, which can strengthen and repair damaged hair, while yogurt adds moisture and shine. And the ingredients are 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of plain yogurt. You beat the egg in a bowl and mix in the yogurt. Apply the mixture to clean, damp hair. Cover your hair with a shower cap and leave it on for 20 minutes. Rinse with cool water to avoid cooking the egg and follow with shampoo. Okay. Yeah. We don't want to have scrambled eggs in our hair. Okay.
We don't want fried egg on our head. So the reason they're putting the thing on, the cap on, is because eggs dry out. They dry out really fast. Okay, and once things dry out on your face, on your hair, anywhere on your body, once they dry out, they stop working.
Okay.
It's just like we were talking about the egg and
The sugar. Yeah.
vitamin E and stuff like that, and that's really wonderful. It just don't let it dry out, because once it dries out, it doesn't. It stopped working. So you need to keep it moist. So that's the reason they put the cap on, because it has the egg in it. So the heat of your head will keep it warm and moist.
Okay.
But that's another one you could smear on your face if you want to. I mean,
Yeah. Egg and yogurt.
Yeah. Yogurt is wonderful on the skin. Yogurt is one because it has a lot of antioxidants. It regulates the pH, which is a big thing, especially females. I don't mean to be, but our pH does this. Certain part of our life, our pH does this during cycles and stuff. So to regulate it, it's really good to control the pH of your skin.
BJ says, I have heard that apple cider is good for dandruff. I wonder if it's true. I don't have enough hair on top left to worry about it. Yeah. I don't have much hair either.
You know what? It could be. It could be because it does have does have antioxidants and things like that in it. It does have antibacterial in it, which dandruff is, dandruff shampoos, dandruff shampoos, they put in a product that keeps your head flaking. I'm just letting you know that. Just like the lip balms.
Uh-huh.
They put lip balms to keep your lips moist, but they add an ingredient that keeps your lips drying out. So once it dries, it'll dry out.
So you have to put more,
Companies are smart.
right? So you have to keep using their
Yeah.
product.
And your lips are getting drier and drier, and you put more and more and more. And that's just like with the dandruff shampoos. You know, you use it, and then all of a sudden the dandruff, it seems to be, so you use more and you use more and you use more. Yeah. So it's
That's kind of
a vicious
sneaky.
cycle. Yeah, they're really good at products and putting little drops of all these ingredients. Yeah.
Wow. And I just brought some chapstick in from my car because I didn't have any in the house, and I knew I had a couple of them in the car. And I was like, I think I need to use some, but I think now I don't. I look so good without it. I don't want to start that cycle of having to use something.
Because I've talked to people and they said, well, I use certain kind of lip balm, and I'm like, okay. I'm thinking to myself, you'll never stop. You'll never stop because it's going to be a vicious cycle. Eye drops are the same way. Eye drops are the same way. They put in to make them white. It breaks the blood vessels, and so when it breaks the blood vessels, then it makes them white. But when your eyes get red again, you get tired and it gets redder because now you've got these broken blood vessels in there, these small blood vessels. So it gets redder. So you use more. So you use more. So you use more. So it's it's a vicious cycle. Yeah.
PJ's Wish said, once a month, I will use baking soda and castor oil into a paste as a scrub for my face.
That's wonderful. That's really good. I hadn't thought of that one. That's really good.
Yeah.
Because baking soda is very, it can be astringent, strong, but it will break down if like I said,
Yeah.
if you give too much pressure.
Okay, I'm gonna,
So
because I'm doing
that's
the
really
castor oil, but I could do the baking soda with it some of the time and get it to
and baking soda
exfoliate
is
a little
nice
bit.
and inexpensive most of the time.
Yes.
Seventh, are you having a hard time with your?
I know
He's
he's
trying
trying
really
to
hard
get
to
the
get the
weather
weather
to work,
up
and
there.
it's just not working. Oh,
Why
and
don't
I
you
see it
stick in the dip?
dropping Ben's channel. Today is Ben's birthday. Did you know that?
Yeah, I had to post on Facebook and tell him happy birthday.
I did too. And then I put a post on my community wall. It's like, oh, you think you're going to get by and not let people know it's your birthday? No, I'm going to let people know.
And you notice
So
he's
he'll
not
probably
here.
be like,
He's noticed he's not here. I'm not wearing the tie. Hi, Ma.
hi,
I was thinking about you
Sophia,
last night,
welcome.
honey. Sophia, I was thinking about you. Yeah. So happy birthday to Ben if he ever sees the replay.
Yeah. And if you see Ben anywhere, make sure you tell him happy birthday.
He's such a sweetheart. Yeah, he was on last night. I think he was on last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a chicken bug. Yeah. And that's another reason why, like, people will do like papaya, a mask with papaya, and I'm like, I don't have enough money to go buy a papaya to smear on my face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what they do is if they buy a papaya for themselves, which a lot of people do, buy a papaya for themselves, they save the skin, and they'll take the inside of the skin and they'll use that. And I went, now that makes more sense to me.
That makes a lot more sense.
That
Have you ever
makes more
heard?
sense.
Have you ever heard of people using banana peel that way? Rubbing the banana peel.
You could. The peels themselves,
Mhm.
open them up
Yeah.
and peel themselves
Yeah.
because it still has the. It still
It
has.
has something. Banana peels are good for plants too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It has something in it that is good for plants. But yeah, I saw a thing about that where they were putting using the banana peel to kind of, and I don't know if it was to moisturize or if it was to exfoliate, but it was something, and they were rubbing it.
It's a moisturizer. It's a moisturizer. Yeah, because avocado is another good one, and I'm sure they have avocado for your hair as well. They
Yeah.
should have some kind of avocado mix for your hair. I mean, they have one here that's banana and honey mask because banana and yogurt. I mean,
Yeah, that would be good. Banana.
I know if nothing else, taste it. While you're doing
Yeah, I was gonna say there's
Yes.
another one we can eat it
It's what
too.
you put in your cabinet. And banana peels are also great fertilizer because the potassium is what it is.
Potassium. That's what it
Thank you,
is.
Sophia. Thank
I knew it was something to do with the whatever in it that's supposed to be so good for plants. So we've talked a lot about skincare and hair care. How was last week? Did anybody do anything new as self-care? Did you start any new habits or explore anything that you haven't been doing maybe that you want to look into? Anything like that? Don't all answer at once now.
Right? Do we hear the crickets?
Ah,
Hi, sweetheart. Yeah. Me
Anfield
personally,
Road layout. Hello, welcome. I say that because of last night's live stream.
Uh-huh.
A lot of us were saying how much using the Suno app really helps us with getting our thoughts out and, helping us journal and things like that. And that's something that I'm definitely using as part of my self-care, is allowing myself to get creative and spend time doing things like that. So I just wondered if anybody else, is trying to, and the meditation, because that was not something I used to do at all.
Uh-huh. Oh, Mom. Sophia says she's growing her own herbs, even though she's a person with black thumb. So I like that. I like that. Give it a try, honey. Oh,
She's
you made
growing
focaccia
her
last
own
night.
herbs.
I was it, honey. Ooh, that sounds really good. Focaccia sounds really good. Since we're talking
As
about
a
food,
person with the black thumb, okay. Well, I used to have a black thumb too, but I can grow just about anything now. Still trying to paint again, just don't have the give a care. You'll get there, PJ. You will.
what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong with PJ? I'm sorry,
PJ
honey.
lost her husband last year,
Uh-huh.
and she's been going through, just kind of finding herself and finding what makes her happy and things like that. And she's a great painter, a great artist, but it is something that you have to care. You have to want to create something to do it. You
Right.
can't just say, okay, I'm going to paint a picture. If you're not in the right frame of mind, you're not going to do it. So she's been
It
working on
doesn't matter
that.
what frame of mind I am in. I just do not have that talent. And I admire people that do. I just admire people that do.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
Right.
Eggshells are great for fertilizer as well. As long as you don't have chickens. Because some reason chickens like eating the eggshells. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Well, but they say if the chicken eats the eggshell, it makes their shells stronger
Yeah,
on their eggs.
right.
So if you have weak-shelled eggs, you might want to feed the eggshell to the chickens.
I put some olive oil into it and melted it today. Ooh.
And it was great. Yeah.
Sophia, you're making me hungry, honey.
Mm-hmm. That's probably the one thing I miss, that, like, when I go in the grocery store and I go by the bakery and I see all the different kinds of bread, because I don't eat bread. I mean, if I eat
Yes.
bread, I can have like, maybe half a piece of bread and that's it. I'll be full.
Yeah.
So I just really don't eat bread. But I look at all the different kinds of bread and I'm like, oh, I wish somebody would buy a loaf of this bread and let me have a piece of it. It's
Right.
like I'm not buying the whole loaf because it'll just go to waste. But that's probably the one thing that I
At least
really
somebody buy it so I can sniff at it, get a good smell of it.
it's like, don't you want to have some? And my daughter doesn't really eat a lot of bread either because I've tried to
Okay.
get her to buy bread before. I'm like, why don't you buy it and then I can have a little piece of it? And she's like, nah, I don't like that kind of bread. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah,
white
my
bread
house doesn't
girl.
have bread. Usually, my house has
Hello,
tortillas.
Regina.
We do
Welcome.
tortillas here.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, that's what I understood. It had to be pulverized. Eggshells had to be pulverized, and you can put it in their feed. I understand. Now, I've never raised a chicken. I don't know. Necessary because all of the sudden. Oh, good. Seventh
Yeah.
is writing more songs.
Yes.
So that's wonderful. Keep going.
And
honey.
isn't it fun when you just put some words in there and see what it comes up with? It's like, I mean, I like trying to write the words myself and all, or change them once it makes them or whatever. But sometimes I just type in 3 or 4 words just to see what it'll say,
Uh-huh.
and to me, it's like, it's usually right on. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I've put in poems I've written in there,
Uh-huh.
and it comes up with some crazy stuff, and I'm like, oh, that didn't work at all because it doesn't. A poem has like a rhythm to it,
Mhm.
so the song has to have the same rhythm, but it doesn't seem to line up. So
And I think that is what Brian was talking about last night about using the poems that he uses. Sometimes, it's got to have a certain beat to it or a certain rhythm to it to go with the poem.
yes,
DJ's Wish says, Echo, my husband used to tell me that I was his princess. He passed in October. In November, I received a package. It was a crown from him. That's where I got the idea to give a crown to my children. Yes.
how
that's
sweet is
so
that? Oh, you've got to listen to that song from Eat More Pizza Now. You've got to listen to that song from last night. Eat More Pizza.
Hi, Eat More Pizza. Welcome.
Oh, hello, honey. We were just talking about you. Were your ears burning? Were your ears burning?
Oh, he says good morning because it's still good morning where he's at. So yes.
Oh, yeah. He's in California. Yeah. So he yeah. Now, Eat More Pizza Now. I found you the same place I found Sophia, and I've seen you for a couple of years now. So it was really nice to see you in a situation last night where I saw the sweet side to you, because to put it bluntly, I'm not gonna put anybody's channel out there because but it's a channel, and the person that does the channel is out of Clearwater, Florida, if that makes sense. So that's where I saw you, and I saw Sophia, and I found all those people. So it was nice to see you not in that realm of that. It was, and we were just talking about that beautiful song. Yeah, your ears were burning. You were talking about that beautiful song that you shared with us. That was so personal and such a big step for you to share with all of us. Thank you. That was beautiful.
It really was. I mean, the first Suno showcase was great. Last
Uh-huh.
night was even better. So if they keep getting better every time, I don't know what we're going to do. But I had the best time. Seventh says chicken does if the egg shells has the benefit of strengthening their shell, but chickens poop a lot and If they eat eggshells, their poop will have calcium. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna move on from that eggshell.
I mean, are you suggesting that we should do something with the chicken poop?
Right,
I
right.
don't
Thank
know.
you, Seven, for sharing that. Love ya. But yeah,
Yeah.
so we're supposed to be talking about homemade facials, and we got on chicken poop. I don't know how we got there. This is the way we roll. This is the way.
You know,
Welcome.
hey,
Welcome.
self-care can be anything.
Yes,
Anything. If you
pizza was good.
do it to make yourself feel better, it's self-care.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's something I think we all need to learn, that it is perfectly okay and totally acceptable for us to take time out of our day to spend time taking care of ourselves. And I'm a very much a schedule kind of person, and I like to know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And it is real now. It's like, do I feel like doing that now, or would I rather do this over here right now? And I can always, when can I do that thing that I kind of have to do? Oh, I can do that later on or whatever. And so that's helping me take better care of myself, because I'm not so uh, strict with myself. Like, oh no, you're gonna do da 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 da.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like, I could actually.
Yeah. My life was on a schedule. Now it's willy nilly. Yeah. Eat More Pizza now is going to have to write an eggshell song. BJ goes, an eggshell song, egg roll song. There's going to be an eggshell song. So next week we're probably going to have a premiere of an eggshell song.
Oh my goodness. All right, let me look
Oh my
ahead
gosh.
here and see what our next, it won't be next Sunday, it'll be the following Sunday, which is September 7th, and it will be on aromatherapy. So y'all be getting your questions
Oh, okay.
together about aromatherapy. Oh, he's
Sure,
taking
take
a
that
break
down,
from
Seven.
homework.
Please take that
Okay,
down.
don't do any homework. It's Sunday. You can rest. I don't know why Seventh is calling you Sandy, but saying you have your romper room mirror.
It's here. I always have my romper room here.
Yes, we love
There
romper
it is.
rooms.
Oh, romper bumper, stomper boo. Anyway, yeah, that. Anyway,
Sophia says, just be ridiculous and feral every once in a while to appease the magic in us.
oh, I like that. I like that.
Chicken poop is great fertilizer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, honey. I know that. Yeah, I worked at the big box store, and I had to move big bags of that. That stuff it's not pleasant, but thank you for sharing. Yes, romper room. Everybody knows romper room, right?
PJ Swish says, it's all good. I've learned to appreciate the moment. See, that's me.
There you go.
I like to be in the moment now and not worry about everything out here. I used to be worrying about everything out here, and I was not here in the moment. So
Right.
now it's kind of like, because I'm in the moment, this other stuff don't matter.
Right.
Hi, Miss Stephanie. Welcome. Yeah. And that's, part of learning to be more mindful is to think about, and enjoy what you're doing at the time you're doing it. Everybody, makes memories, and memories are great, and you can look back on those memories, but you may not have had as much fun as you could have had if you had been more mindful of that time that you were spending with whomever it was you were spending with them, and you will still make those memories. And then you can look back on it and be like, oh wow, we had such a great time, you know. So
Yes.
it does make
Yeah.
a big difference. And my granddaughter is really helping me with being in the moment. You know, I had her Friday afternoon and Friday night and all day Saturday. And let me tell you, that child wears me out. But I love every minute of it. And I let her sleep on the couch and I slept in the recliner. And by 9 o'clock, she was out cold. And she did not wake up till 7:30 in the morning. Last
Phew,
Friday night,
phew.
to bed like at 8:45 and was up at 5 a.m.
Oh
So
my
I was
goodness.
like, yeah, we're not having another 5 a.m. this
Right?
week. So it was 7:30 before she even started stirring around. So I was like, thank goodness I got some sleep, you know. And then when I said, okay, it's time for a nap, she got back on the couch and she went right back to sleep for her nap. So that was good. But the whole time she was here, it was, Granny, can I have this to eat? Granny, can we do this? Can we play this? And I was like, Granny needs a break. Yeah. But
Well,
I had the
especially
best
for
time.
her sitting all week. She's not used to
Yeah.
sitting for those. I mean, it's still only half a day, but that's a that takes a lot.
Yeah.
That takes a lot out
And
of her. To do
we got in trouble when her mama come to get her because her mama was supposed to be here at 5 o'clock, and she thought that she would be all packed up and ready to leave at 5 o'clock.
great.
And about 4:30, I had told Anise a couple of times, you need to clean up your mess, you know, because Mama's coming. And I had started gathering up her stuff to take home. But about 4:30, she decided she was hungry. And so I fixed her something to eat. And so we were sitting in the recliner and she was eating when my daughter got here. And my daughter was like, you're not ready to go. The mess is not cleaned up, you know, and I'm like, calm down. I can clean up the
Right.
mess. She was hungry. She wanted something to eat. She's eating, you know. And I'm sitting there thinking, now this is like complete role reversal. Because it used to be me like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. You got to go. Hurry, you know, hurry
Right.
her on out the door. And now I'm
Yeah.
like, no,
Well,
no,
you've
no,
got
no,
something
calm
planned.
down.
You've got something planned. You've got to go. You've got things to
That's
do.
right. And it's like, well, no, just give her a minute, let her finish eating, you know, she'll be ready to go. But it was so funny because that's not how I used to be. I used to be like watching that clock, like when is she coming to get her, you know? Because yeah, I had stuff I wanted to do after she left. Now I'm like, no, no. When she's ready to go, she can go, you know. So it
Yeah.
definitely does change the way you look at things.
Yeah. And then
Hey
Sophia
Rudy,
has a point.
welcome.
Everybody's staring at their cameras, at their phones. Nobody's in the moment. You know, you I
Oh,
would go into the break room at work, and you got 8 people sitting in there. No one's talking. Got a TV on. No one's talking. Everybody's looking at their phone. No interaction at all. So nobody was in the moment. So
yeah.
yeah, that's a good point. It pulls
Um,
away from being in there.
I don't know what is going on with my mouse. My mouse is having issues. But Eat More Pizza said that he gives his grandkids everything that he deprived his children of. That's how the children, the grown children, look at it. You know, well, you
Yeah.
didn't do that with me, and
Uh
this, that, and
huh.
the other thing. Okay, did it work? Yes, now it worked.
Yeah,
Okay.
my grandfather, when other restrained my son was little, um, my grandfather would I would say, now other blah 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 blah, you can't do this blah blah. And he'd look at me and go, leave that boy alone. And that's all he ever said. Leave that boy alone. He let that child get away with all kinds of leave that boy alone. That's all he ever said. Just leave that boy alone. With his Arky accent. Just yeah. Oh,
But when you're the parent, there's so many things that you're worried about, that you're trying to make sure that, they're safe and taken care of, and that they're learning and that have manners, But when you're the grandparent, You don't have to worry about so much of that. It's more
Uh-huh.
like, are they
Yeah.
having fun? You know, and
Right.
and, and my daughter gets me
And,
with
and
that sometimes.
and we want them to have the manners and to be sitting when it's supposed to be. And grandparents are like, it's okay. They're not hurting anything. They're not. That's the classic. They're not hurting anything, right? They're not hurting anything.
And I think that we've changed. When you're a parent, usually somewhere between your 20s and 40s,
Might be too.
you're not only a parent, but you're also working. You're trying to earn a living and you're trying to keep your home afloat and everything. And so you have
Mhm.
a lot of stress on you
Right.
during that period. And so, yeah, you can't really take the time to just do nothing with your kids and have fun. But like with me, I don't have to work every day anymore and I have time. And it's like I set that time aside for her. And I know that's her time, and we're just going to do whatever she wants to do. And I don't think my daughter understands
Uh-huh.
the shift, that it's different from being the parent to being the grandparent. And I enjoy being a
Oh yeah.
parent, but I really enjoy being a grandparent. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yes, let them be
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah. Sophia says, just let them be kids. Just let them be kids. As long as they're not hurting anything or hurting themselves,
Yeah.
let them go. Let them go. But see, that's not the way I was with other. It was like, no, you got to sit down and you got to eat your dinner and you've got to use this fork and you got to, especially being a single parent. I had to play
Oh,
both
yeah.
both sides, so it was, you know, and then I would be just like blah blah blah, and my grandfather, he would come along because he was my male role model, and he would come along and say, "Leave that boy alone," and I'm like, "You just everything I just said, you just." I went, "Okay, I'm not fighting it," I'm not fighting. Excuse me, I got tea.
Yeah. It's definitely different. And I don't know, my daughter didn't have grandparents, so I didn't get to see how that, was different from the parenting
Hmm.
side of it. But now that I'm on the other side and I'm the grandparent, it's like I just really I think more about, how does she feel about, like as the parent, it wasn't so much, yes, I wanted my daughter to be a happy child and well adjusted and all those kind of things, but I was still the parent. If she needed to do something when I wanted
Right.
her to do it, I wanted her to do that. Now it's like I can see how it is that maybe that's not always the right way to be. And so, like with my granddaughter, I think I'm a lot calmer and I'm more in tune with like her emotional side. Like, do you want to do
Oh yeah.
that? Instead of like, here, we're going to do this now, instead of me saying, well, what do you want
Yeah.
to do. And she's into playing games right now, but she also wants
So
to be the winner every time.
oh yeah.
And we
Losing
were
is hard.
playing the little matching
Losing is
game,
hard.
and I have these little wooden squares, and on one side is a picture. Well, when we were doing her preschool stuff, I started putting the letter or the name of the animal on the back of it so that she could look at the picture and flip it over and see, oh, pig starts with P, or, this is how you spell panda or whatever. So there's probably
Uh-huh.
6 or 8 of those tiles that have a word or a letter on the back of them. And she knows how to match those up. But she doesn't realize that I know that she's like really cheating because she knows what they are.
Yeah.
And so she'll say,
Yeah.
um, she'll just be,
Uh-huh.
it's a match. I'm like, yeah, it's a match because you knew what was on the back of it. But now
Uh-huh.
with my daughter, I would have been
Oh
like,
yeah. But it's all learning. It's all
yeah,
their. It's all
you
part of
can't
their
do it that
learning.
way. That's cheating.
Yeah.
We'll take those out. We're not going to use those. But I'm like,
Right.
okay, yeah, you're right. You got it. And then we'll stack them up. And whoever gets the highest stack has got the most matches. So that's the winner. And if I'm getting close to her, she'll be like panicking, like, I want my stack to be the tallest. I'm like, I know you do, but you might not win. It's okay to lose. Everybody wins and everybody loses, and it's okay. But it's really
Yeah.
funny how she'll
That's a really hard thing
Yeah.
for young ones to learn is the
Yes.
losing. Is the losing because it hurts deep when until you get used to it. It just hurts and cuts so deep. You know, I mean, you can get tears, you can get anger, you can get all kinds of emotions out of little
Yes.
ones. You know, when they first learn about
And they
losing
don't,
or not losing, not winning. Not winning is a better way of putting
and I don't think that they even understand that there are so many different emotions that they're going to feel. It's like every time an emotion
Uh-huh.
hits them, it's like, I've never felt this before. What is this? And they don't know how to
Yeah.
deal with it. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
you have to help them.
Sophia says she was feral. They let her be feral. She goes, and I turned out all right. But where she's
Yes.
from,
Learn to
beautiful.
lose
It's just
gracefully. It's like,
Yeah.
be a good sport.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Because that's the reason they have T-ball. That's the reason they have all these things so they can learn, interaction and to win or lose and all that, because it's hard. It's hard to learn.
My granddaughter was telling me, like when they have to line up and they're going somewhere, she'll say, hide your hands. And that means you put your hands behind your back or you put them in your pockets.
Uh-huh.
And then she'll say, put a bubble in your mouth. And I guess that means that you can't talk if you're holding that bubble in your mouth,
Oh, okay.
But it was so cute, because she was just like, Granny doesn't know this, but I'm going to teach Granny everything we do,
Oh,
And I
that's so
was like,
cool.
see,
Their own special little
Yeah.
language.
and
I
she's
like that.
definitely learning their rules, And I asked her, I said, well, what do you do when you have to go potty? And she says, you raise your hand and you ask if you can go. And then they'll tell you if you can go or not. And then you go and you wash your hands and then you come back and you sit back down or you go back to the
Right.
carpet or whatever, they're doing. But it was so cute. I'm like, but you do ask if you have to go, right? Because you don't want to have an accident. She's like, yeah, no, I raise my hand and I ask if I can go. I'm like, good girl. Make
Right.
sure you're going,
Well, in preschool, usually the facilities are in the room.
Yeah,
don't
they
have to
are.
go
Oh, and she let me
there.
know that too.
Yeah.
There's
Usually they're
a boy bathroom and a girl
Convenient.
bathroom.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. Now my daughter, she came home from preschool and pre-K and said it's against the rules to kiss boys at school. I'm like, and how did we learn this rule?
And how do we know this? That would be my question. How do we know this?
Yeah.
How do
How
we
did you learn
find
this rule?
This,
And she's like,
right?
you just can't kiss a boy at school. I'm like, okay, don't be kissing anybody at school, please. But
Right.
it's just
That's
a
an
lot of
interesting one.
fun.
So they're coming home
Seeing
and
everything that
she's coming
he's
home and telling you what she learned, but it's like, why would that even come up? Why would that even come up? Yeah. So that's sweet that you had her this weekend. So that was even though she's the one that's doing the growing and the learning and I'm sure you're learning right along with her because you're looking through her eyes of
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
she's learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
which is
it's
so
very
exciting.
interesting to me what they're learning and what I've already taught her. Like, what does she already know? Like, did I do a good job teaching her the things she needed to know, to be able
Right.
to go or whatever? And other than the fact that we didn't have other kids here for her to have to take turns with and share with and, all of that kind of stuff, everything else I was able to really to teach her. And I would make her share with me and I would make, Granny's turn now and, like that. So I don't think she's having any problem adjusting to that kind of thing. But she can't go the whole week without seeing me yet. She's like, I need to go
Yeah.
to my granny's house. And at first she was like, I don't know why I have to go to school every day. Like, I'll go to school one day, I'll come to granny's one day. Like, she didn't want to have to go to the school every day. And then I finally convinced her, you go 5 days and then you get to come and stay with me overnight, and then you stay
So she's
overnight
trying to
with Mom and
barter.
Daddy,
See,
and
that's
then you go
told
back
you
to
she's very
school.
smart.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
she definitely is getting acclimated to the process of how things
good.
go. But now she doesn't like having to go to mommy's room after school while mommy's trying to get work done. And I
Okay.
knew that was going to be an issue. Even
Yeah.
though my daughter wants her to be there and doesn't want me to have to come and get her every afternoon, I'm still going to have to go at least a couple times a week just so that my daughter can get her stuff done
Yeah.
without Anna East being over
Well,
there. Are we
you
done
got the
yet?
fidgets.
Can we leave? Or
Yeah, you
whatever.
got the fidgets now. You sat all morning long. You want to, you don't want to sit in some more, right?
No.
Yeah, I get that.
And I understand that she doesn't want to. And I also understand that my daughter needs some time to herself to get her work done at school. Like it's hard to have somebody there every afternoon. But I can't like tell my daughter, okay, I'm coming to get her X amount of days. It's like
Right.
it has to be my daughter saying, okay, I need you to do this, or
Yeah.
whatever. So I have to
They
wait.
got a little full. I need a little help, kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yes.
It's like, okay, I'll wait till you tell. Oh, and she was telling me something that happened. And I was like, and that's when you should have picked up the phone and called me and
Yeah.
said, Mom, come get her. And then that, situation would have been just diffused, at the time. And she's like, yeah, but I don't want to do that and just call you just because, I want it to be for a reason. And I'm like, look, if you're getting upset or she's getting upset, that's a good reason to call me,
Right.
and let me come get there between y'all.
Right.
But she's her own person, and my daughter's got to learn, how to juggle, how to be the mom, be the teacher, be the worker, be the wife. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not
It's
easy.
not easy.
But I didn't have anybody help me out because I didn't
Yeah.
trust anybody with my daughter, and I didn't have any family or anybody like that. And so I knew how important it was to be there for my daughter and to be able to help her and take some of the slack. But I think what we did wrong is my granddaughter got too used to being with Randy.
Yeah.
It was like too often. We should have probably put her in daycare a day or two a week or something, just so she got used to not being with me every day.
Yeah.
So,
But she'll get used to it. She will get used to it. She'll start making friends, and it'll get to the point where, no, I don't want to go to Granny's house. I want to go to Melissa's house.
yeah,
Melissa's having a party. I want to go to Melissa's house.
yeah.
It'll start. It'll
Oh
start.
yeah.
Yeah. You know it.
And that'll be a good thing when that happens. So I
Yeah.
just don't want to. I
And
want to
just
try
don't let
to.
her hurt your feelings if she
Oh,
decides to do that. Yeah. Okay.
like they
That's just
called me
part of growing
Wednesday.
up, that they're
Yep.
reaching out and making their world bigger, with
Yeah.
other people.
And they called Wednesday, and my daughter was like, what you doing? And I'm like, nothing. Why? She's like, well, Anise wants to see you. We're going to come by for a little bit if that's okay. And I'm like, yeah, sure. That's fine. But inside I'm going, yes, yes, they're coming. But I'm like, yeah, if you want to, you don't have to. But if you want to come over, you can come over.
Yeah.
But
Do the
it was
casual thing with her.
a big adjustment for me too, after getting up every day at 5 o'clock in the morning and going over there and getting her. And that was my life for 4 years. So it's like it's been a big adjustment for me not to have to do all those things. So when I
How's
do
your sleeping
get a
pattern
call,
now?
I'm like, yay. Sometimes it's easier to overdo it for children if you were lacking it. Exactly. Because
Yeah.
I know how it feels not to have that support. So I want to make sure she knows she's got it, whether she needs it or she doesn't. That's up to
Right.
her. But I want her to know I'm there, if she wants it. So, but
Good point.
anywho, that's not really about self care, but It ain't about
Well, it was.
care.
You know, being with your grandbaby is self care for you because it's enjoyment for you. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
And
So,
it's, I mean, I'm blessed to be in a situation where I was able to stay home and be with her and help her and help my daughter. When I
right.
first got disabled and was like, you don't work anymore, I was devastated. That was like my identity. I wanted to go to work. I wanted to
That's all
see
I
my
knew.
friends at work and my customers and what do you mean I can't go to work, And it took a while for me to get like, okay, that you're not going to go to work anymore. And then when I found out she was going to have the baby, it was like, I get it. I need to be here. I need to be
There was
able
a
to be,
reason. Yes.
you know. So
Yeah.
there's
It took me
always a
3 years to turn off my morning alarms for my job, just because I couldn't let go of it. Because, like
reason.
you said, it was hi Izzy. It was my identity.
Mhm.
It was where I felt I thrived. So, you know, and so it took me 3 years to finally turn off my morning alarms, and I had a lot of morning alarms. A lot. I
Yeah.
think I had eight. Going
I
through the
mean,
house. One
we,
would put two at the door at my bed, and then because I'd have to get all the way into the living room, so I wouldn't go back to bed. Hit the snooze, hit the snooze. I think so. Anyway,
yeah. Well, it's like I was talking with Stephanie when she was on the other day about the dreams. I kept having
uh-huh.
that reoccurring dream about not knowing my schedule. It's like I've got to go
Right,
to work and I don't know what time I'm supposed to be there. And I need to, find out my schedule. And I mean, I had had a set schedule for years. I had the same days off, I had the same start time. I did not have to ever call and get my schedule. So it was the
right,
weirdest thing to me that that's what my mind was struggling with. Like, we don't know when to be there because we
right,
don't go there anymore.
right.
It's like, why I could
And then
not,
it was, what do I do with my day? What do I do?
yeah,
I would get to the end of the day, and I'm like, I don't feel like I've accomplished enough, because I didn't go to work. I know, Izzy, I work for you, honey. The Nightbot worked for Izzy finally, so she's excited.
yay, 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 yay. Well, and that's the thing. We get so wrapped up in what we do work wise that becomes who we are in our
Well, it's
mind,
because we spend so much time there. We
Yeah,
do, and even if it's this much in many hours, you're still you're in the morning. You get a shower. You put on your work clothes. You're still in that work mode, even if you're
right.
not punched in.
Even when
And
you're
when
off
you're
work,
driving home,
you're
you're still
thinking
in
about
that
it.
work mode. So you're in that work mode a lot of your time. It
Yeah.
does become you.
And I think if I had wanted to stop working, like if it was a decision I was making, okay, I'm going to stop working, I think I could have
Uh-huh.
handled it a lot better. But it was being told not only by my doctor, you're not able to, but by my job saying, we don't have a job that you can do. I mean, it was like a double whammy. And it's like, what do you mean there's not a job I can do? I can do something. And I think that's when you're physically disabled, but mentally you're okay. It's really hard to not want to still do those physical things, because your mind is still there.
Right.
I was like, let me sit down. I'll use a wheelchair. I can still do my job.
Right. Yeah. I was
But
laying on my back in the hospital, in ICU, and my phone alarm is going off telling me it's time to get up and go to work. The nurse says, why is that alarm going off? And I said, it's time to go to work. She goes, I don't think we're going to work today. She clicks it. And I was mad. I thought, no, you guys are going to fix me and I'm going to go back to work.
exactly. My daughter got so mad at me because I was determined I was going back to work. And she kept saying, how many times
Uh-huh.
does the doctor have to tell you you're not before you're going
Uh-huh.
to get it? And I'm like, I get it, but I don't have to like it. And I'm still trying, to go back. I didn't want to give it up. But um, Sophia says leisure time is okay. But see, when you're not used to having leisure time, it doesn't feel good. It's not
No.
like you enjoy being leisurely because you're so used to that drive, pushing, 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 and
Uh-huh.
not having any time to breathe, yet alone to have free time. It's like, what's free time? I don't have that.
Yeah. I don't know that.
And then
I
all
don't
of a sudden
understand
you're
that.
like, well, if I don't work, then what am I good for?
Yeah.
What do I contribute? What do I do? You know, and
Well,
it's the weirdest
like I said, I was flat on my back in the hospital, and they were like, "Well, you're not going today." Well, when they released me from the hospital, they said, "Well, you'll never walk again. You'll be on oxygen 24/7." And I went, "I'm going back to work still. I mean, I can't stand, I can't walk, I can't. I'm going to be in." And I'm like, "No, I go to work. That's what I do. That is my identity. Is I go to work." You know.
yes, yes.
So yeah, it's a hard thing to. What do you need, Izzy? Is
Can
this
I
having trouble?
interject, interrupt, intrude, be a pest? Of course. Want me to drop you a link? You want to come up?
Izzy, you got something to say, honey? Well, I'm willing to listen.
Yeah. I was going
I
to say,
haven't worked
I'll
since
drop the link.
2003. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How is your sleeping patterns though? Are you starting to sleep later in the day yet?
Um,
Are you still your body clock still waking you up at 5?
I wake up. There we go. Let's see. There it is, Izzy, if you want to come
No,
up.
no complaining, honey. We don't do that here.
Okay. There we go.
But you can vent a little.
Hi, Star.
Star.
Welcome.
Hi, Star.
Well, I still wake up early, but I can go right back to sleep.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's still just that, like, I don't want to oversleep feeling, like I'm just going to wake up just to check and make sure I don't have to get up. And then once I realize, yeah, you don't have to, I can go back to sleep. But I still set different alarms on my phone because I still have different things I do, So even though they're not work related, I don't get paid to do it. I
Izzy,
still do it.
well,
She
I'm
sends
reading
long chats.
her
So
chat.
she must
So she
she
sent
must
you
be
her
in
chat.
two chats.
So you're
It's
fine.
okay.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to talk on my chat. I'm sorry. I don't know how to drive that.
BJ
Check it, honey.
he's
What it
lucky
says.
if he gets 3
Check it.
hours a night.
Give it a chance. Do you see
Star
her?
says, I wish I could go back to sleep. Once I'm awake, my day starts. Not me.
Oh,
I
okay,
can
that's
go back
good.
to sleep.
You probably get a lot done.
But you know what I had started doing, like that last month I had the baby, I would take a nap when she took a nap.
Uh-huh.
Except for on Wednesday and Thursday when I do my lives during her nap. And some days now I'm like, gosh, why are you getting sleepy? It's like, oh, my body thinks it's nap time.
It's nap time. Granny's nap time.
We're not taking a nap. We need to stay awake.
Right?
But I also don't go to
Maybe
bed
just do
at a
it.
set time. I go to bed whenever I fall asleep. I mean, I'm not good at like saying, okay, it's a certain time I need to go to bed. Let's go to bed. Jenny,
Oh, okay.
you're okay, honey. I've not been responding because I didn't want to upset you anymore. But none of us can help you if we don't know the situation. And you keep mentioning things that are going on, but I don't know how we can help you if we don't. I mean, I don't even know where you are to know how to help you. I mean, we could find resources and things to help you if we knew, Star says, at 4 a.m., not much getting done, but it sure gives me time to wake up with the Lord and study and praise his name. That's true too. I do that
Yeah,
too
that peaceful
sometimes.
time, that quiet time with just you and your thoughts and a cup of coffee and just, yeah.
BJ says, I have spastic cerebral palsy that keeps me awake all the time.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Oh,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Star, thank you. She was in my live earlier too, and I told her I really would like her to send me an email or let's do a video call or something like that because I really can't help somebody if I can't, connect with them personally. So that's what I was trying to do, but I think I upset her by even suggesting that. So
Is you having problems again? Yeah. She's just having problems. She's
I,
just having problems. Yeah. But it's nice. It's nice to have that regrounding time in the mornings, before the world starts waking up and going crazy. So it's nice. It's nice. I get that.
well, and I think I used to, like, as soon as I woke up, I was on the go. I was doing, this, that, and the other thing, whether it was going to work or when I had the baby. And now I kind of wake up and I kind of think about, okay, this is Monday. I need to do this and I want to do that. And I'm going to go to this live while I'm having my coffee,
Hmm.
and it's more of a planned out instead of just rush, 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 rush,
Hmm.
and then I can say, okay, I have this appointment at this time, so I know if I do any work, I need to be done by then, or
Right.
and Friday, I was supposed to go Friday to lunch with a friend of mine, and I was going to go to lunch, and then I was going to do some shopping, and then I was going to pick the baby up, all while I was in town, before I came back home.
Right.
And the lunch plans got changed, but I still went and did my shopping and stayed in town and got the baby, because I had planned already to do that. So I still did
Right.
that.
Especially,
Um,
especially if you're already in town. You might as well get the errands done and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah. And that's the thing too. I I'm about 20 miles away from where my daughter lives, and that's where most all my doctor's appointments and everything
Uh-huh.
like that is, over there where she lives. And I got so in the habit of doing things before like I'd get my granddaughter, so I wanted to have the appointment early in the morning or late in the afternoon so I could go to the
Right.
appointment and then take my granddaughter home or whatever. And now it's like I can make the appointment anytime I want. It doesn't have to be
Right.
early in the morning or late in the afternoon. And it feels weird. It's like, well, I wonder if I'm going to want to get up and go that early. Maybe I want to go in the afternoon, or whatever. But I'm so programmed to do it in that
But
schedule.
mine still says that. No, I can't do that at 2 o'clock because I'm supposed to be doing this. Right. So you have to, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
So you have to really start to, look. And I haven't had her all of July and so far into August. So almost
mhm.
2 months. I haven't had her on a regular basis. But yet in my mind, I still am thinking in that, my time is from here to here is taken up. It's like I asked somebody to come on and do a
Right.
live, and they were like, well, could we do it like at 1 o'clock? And I'm like, no, nap time. I have to do it like at 12 o'clock. And then I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I won't have her for nap time. Yes, I could do 1 o'clock. It's like crazy, because I'm still thinking
Uh-huh.
like I've got that responsibility because it was such a commitment,
Uh-huh.
that I made. And now that I don't have to do it, it's like really weird trying to think, oh yeah, that's right.
Well,
Oh,
and that's what happened. You went from work until you got healthy enough, and then you had the baby. So you always had that time frame you had to keep up with. Time frame you had to keep up with. So
yeah,
yeah, I get that.
yeah. So really and truly, even though I've been retired for going on 9 years. This really feels like the first time I'm actually retired that
Right.
I have my free time, to actually do things. So it is different for me. The baby's nana asked me the other day, how I was filling my time and stuff. And I'm like, well, I still get her here, there, and she's like, yeah, but what are you doing in your free time? Not the time you're spending with her, but like your free time. And I'm like,
Right.
oh, yeah, I'm still not, still don't have
Still
that
not
down
adjusted.
pat yet. It's like
Well,
I'm
you can't
working
expect the
on it.
grandbaby to be adjusted already. Yeah. You know?
It's like I'll get there.
Izzy, you're fine, honey. I don't know why you can't get in. Restream is the same. Yeah. Restream she uses Restream. I
Yeah.
don't use Restream. She uses Restream. So you just click on it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
Same
and you're
concept.
on
It's
my
just
side
different
now.
different
You're
icons.
you're over here, Izzy. All you got to do is click on that link. You want me to drop it again?
Mm.
There you go.
Give it a try, Izzy. See what's up. You're gonna bring
Like
a little
it worked
sparkle to the
last night.
conversation.
I was so proud last night, though, that I could get so many people up on the stage, and we were able to pull up their stuff and play it and all that. I mean, we acted like we knew what we were doing. I was
Right?
very glad because it wasn't too long ago. I was telling Brian, I would love to have people come on and share, but there's no sound when they
Right.
share. We weren't turning on the little sound thing. And that's
Oh,
why we
okay.
couldn't hear, we could see what they shared, but we couldn't hear it. Oh, a major. Okay, she clicked it. Well, I don't
It
see
won't
you
load.
yet.
It hates me. You see, you have more trouble. You have more
Aw,
trouble, honey bunny.
I don't know.
What's a major delay? See, everybody's at least saying hello to you, honey.
I don't know. I don't know why it's not working.
The
The link
link came
came
up
up
about 5
about
seconds
5 seconds before you
Yeah,
said it.
yeah.
Okay.
For some reason we're in a delay.
All right. Well, we're going to refresh. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's me. It's not loading for you. I don't know what to tell you. I just click it. That's all I know.
Okay.
Click.
We're back.
That's all I can do. She says it's
All
not
right.
loading for me. It's not loading me in. Huh. You need to do something. Go somewhere. Go on. Go somewhere.
All right. Do it again. Maybe it'll work this time.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, that's what's going on. Seventh says I need to check my emails, right? And I'm like, Seventh, you're here with us, right? He wrote an eggshell song.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He's so funny. He's so funny. So we'll have an eggshell song contest next week, right? Him and pizza,
Okay, is that a challenge that we have to write a song
right?
about eggshells? Let me
Eggshell
write
song.
eggshell
That's
song.
uh-huh.
Okay. Challenge
I have it
accepted.
now, 2/7, so I can share it. We don't need you in. He's good about that. She in? She says
Uh-uh.
I'm there.
Says I'm there. Oh, you're not.
Waiting for the host. Okay.
Well,
Oh, BJ, did you miss all that? Oh yeah, we were talking eggs and eggshells. We were talking facials and stuff. For some reason, we ended up with eggshells and chickens eating eggshells and chicken poop, and we I don't know how we went from facials to chicken poop, but we did. But we did. So we were talking eggshells at one time with facials and stuff, and it just kind of evolved. You know how we do. We just kind of squirrel and go another direction. Like it's
Izzy,
self
try,
care.
try that link again. Maybe I gave you a wrong link. I don't know. She said,
Aw.
change clothes, brush my
Anybody see
hair.
you?
No.
Because I don't think I've ever seen Izzy Pop. I don't think I've
haven't
ever
either.
seen her.
I know what she
No.
looks like in my mind from her
Yeah,
voice.
it's not funny how
Isn't
we
it
do
weird
that.
though?
It's
How
not
you
funny how we
picture
pick
in your
somebody.
mind what
Yeah,
people
by their
look like?
voice and everything. See, there you go. Think of a song, honey. Submit it next month, right?
Right.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, it's funny how like Misha,
Yeah.
I picture her looking like somebody, and I told her who I thought she.
She made it.
She's here.
Hello.
Izzy, hi, honey.
Good grief. I changed clothes, brushed my hair, put on my glasses, everything, man.
Well, did you brush your teeth? That was the problem. You didn't brush your teeth yet.
Well, yeah, I did, but I didn't
Oh,
clean
okay.
my glasses. That was the problem. They weren't
Oh.
clean. I couldn't see what I was doing. Nah, I've never used Restream before, so it was new. I had to do a new avatar. That was from today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have an avatar for Bookery Stream. I didn't care.
Yeah, well, I don't cam up. I just don't want to hurt people's eyes. I have this thing. It's really nice to people. I just can't do it.
Well, we were just
You're
talking
so-
about how we imagine what
cute.
people look like based on their voices.
Oh,
So,
really? Y'all
yeah.
know what I look like.
I don't
think I've ever seen you, honey.
Oh my God.
Really?
Well, I don't know
Why?
how this would
Was I
work.
supposed to?
Huh?
Was I supposed to have seen you before? I just dropped your channel.
I don't know why you want to confuse me. I'm not very good. Not very good at simple things.
Now, if anybody has seen my lives, I'm going to interrupt you, honey. If anybody has seen my lives, and my intro with those beautiful black cats was made by Izzy Pop, this lovely lady here. So if
I did
you
that.
have ideas and stuff like that, she's the one to go to. She's the one to go to. I told her my ideas. That's all I am, is an idea person. Ideas. And she made it into this beautiful intro. Just gorgeous. So
I
thank you
did.
for that.
I
Oh,
do it.
Star says, I know what Izzy looks like, and she is beautiful.
Oh,
Oh. Okay, Star. We gotta share the pictures. Make
okay, let me
Make
find it.
Izzy's picture viral. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Hi, Stephanie. Welcome.
I think the only one I've ever seen is The Voice.
All right, Jenny, take a
I think
nap.
I'm
We'll
gonna-
see you later.
I actually
she-
probably don't have one on this computer. I have it on my StreamYard link
Oh,
as
okay.
one of my pictures, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
sometimes I'll bring it up. I've got long hair.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really long.
That's interesting.
Why is that interesting?
Yeah, I
Because
don't think I've ever seen you or Scully or any of that.
you
Yeah,
don't what?
I don't think I've ever seen you or Scully or.
Scully's been live before. He's his older videos show him
And I'm,
talking on
I've
mic.
seen the picture of him like this. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's a younger video. I'm talking about he's actually done reads while he's live. You just have to go back and look at, look for the
Oh, okay.
older ones. Yeah. Yeah.
How
No,
did you
I,
and Scully meet?
huh,
How did you and Scully meet?
here,
On a YouTube channel?
his channel. Well, see, we were in a chat together and I forgot whose chat it was. And he was Scully's House of Thrillers. So I love reading and I love scary stuff. So I thought that's what it was about. But thrilling doesn't always mean scary. It also means you're thrilled about something. So I started going to his chat and he would have these plays and stuff. And I noticed his videos were freezing up. So I offered to come up and run the videos from my StreamYard off of my computer because I could skip commercials and all that stuff, but also too it helps him with his he had a dinosaur computer. So
Mm.
it didn't freeze up, didn't lock up or anything like that. Then I just started making, he started teaching me how to do Canva and all this, and I would do it and he would, you know, tell me whether or not it was good or not. Not exactly saying, "Here, do it like this." It was like, "No, that ain't right." And then trial and error. But yeah, we've never met in person. It's always been, you know, online, which is, I mean,
Well,
he's
you're
in
quite a
Mississippi.
distance from each other, right?
Yeah, he's in
Yeah,
Mississippi. I'm in Virginia.
right.
And he's married with children and grandkids. So it's not like I don't know why people call us Mr. and Mrs. Pop. Izzy Pop is my cat's name. Okay?
I know. I was in somebody's chat and they were like, "Are Izzy and Scully married?" And I was like,
Everybody
no.
asks us that.
I was like,
Mm,
no, no. I don't know them personally, but I know they're not
mm.
married. And they were
I've
like,
never
okay.
I've never been married. I lived under my daddy's thumb for 18 years, and I swore when he left home, I'll be damned if I would live under another man's rule.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Good for you. Standing by your beliefs. I like that. I
Well,
like that.
I'm 64 years old, so I think I've done pretty well for 64 years without having to depend on. And I'm not a man hater or anything like that. It's just I feel like if you can't do it yourself, yeah, get help, but you got to help that person too. I was too busy
Right.
raising my kids to worry about helping some dude.
Yeah. It takes a special trust as well. You know what I mean?
Well, y'all were talking about becoming disabled or retiring or something like that, and I wanted to
Oh,
weigh
okay.
in
Uh-huh.
weigh in on that. In 2010, I became legally disabled. Now, for 30 years before that, I worked and I worked hard. I took men's jobs because they paid more. I
Right.
worked graveyard shifts because it paid more because I was raising two kids. So it tore my body up. I would I was an electrician's helper. I would run cable through empty houses, built houses. That's heavy cable. I used to do fiber optics. I would run the machines that the men would run because it was heavier stuff. You got paid more. So I tore my body up doing that,
It beats you up.
and you will. And so by 2010, got to where I couldn't walk without falling. It was horrible. I didn't understand why. I would just be walking, and all of a sudden I'd be face planted on the ground.
Mm.
And
Whoa.
so they figured it out after the last stroke I had, or the seizure, that I've had a brain bleed for a while, and that it's getting, it's just getting worse. It was causing me to just to pass out while I was walking. I just
Wow,
remember,
that's scary.
yeah, and it was. I mean, I always have someone with me when I go. I've fallen, and don't tell me to use a cane, because God knows I fall over canes. It's just it's in my genetics to be clumsy, I believe. But
Uh,
yeah, when I became, um, I'll tell y'all, and maybe you'll agree with me, but the hardest part about being disabled is the medications, not affording them, or which, yeah, affording them, but taking them, because it makes you more disabled than
Mm.
you thought you were.
Yes.
right.
I've
The side
I have
effects are horrible.
Yeah, I've gained so much weight on Lyrica, and I'm not that big. I mean, I've always been, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
tall, but not wide. I've always just been tall,
Hmm.
and
Yeah. As soon as I got disabled, I blew up like a balloon, and
yeah, and
it was
it's
it
not from
was like
sitting
the
and
lack of
eating.
movement, I guess, that
Yes,
we were like you just busy and hard working.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they used to, I used to be very active and stuff, and they say a body in motion stays in motion, and I got something to say about that because I have fibromyalgia. And they say a body in motion stays in motion. Well, you have to stop sometime. Your body cannot always be in motion. And it's the stopping that hurts, the after
Yeah.
effects. So that's
And then the feeling that I should be doing something. I
I
get
don't
that
feel
a
like
lot. I
that.
get that a lot. I should be doing something. Just
I
sitting here
don't feel
doing
like
nothing.
that. I got something dead in my refrigerator. It's been in there a week, and by God, my maid quit. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to clean it myself. I see it coming. Damn it. I've been talking about that dead thing in the I don't know what it is, but I hope everything in my refrigerator is dead, actually. But no, it's on the fritz. It's getting ready to go out on me. I've had it for, I've been here 5 years, and it was here before me. So I don't know how long it's been here, but it's horrible. WSFN channel sounds like a good radio station there.
That's Miss Stephanie. That's the Want Something for Nothing channel.
Oh, cool. Want something for nothing.
Yep.
That's,
Ooh, I've seen channels like that.
yes, Izzy, I'm back to
I have.
walking
I've come across channels like that, and I'm like,
outside a little.
what?
Outside a
What?
little. Look, I walk to the store, and I have to have an inhaler because of the. I don't know why people cut grass. It's just gonna grow again, and it's stuff. I mean, it just kills me. It does. I even opening the door to go get the mail, the pollen around here just floors me.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
I love fresh mowed lawn. I am so glad I'm not allergic or anything. I love it. I think
I
it's
didn't
wonderful.
used to be. I didn't develop a lot of this stuff until certain medications I started taking.
Back to
Make
the
that make
back to the
sense.
meds. Back to meds. And then they give you a med and they say, but I'm getting dizzy with this med. Okay, so
Then they
we'll
give
just
you
put
another
another
one.
one on top of it. Instead of taking that one away, they'll just
Yeah.
put another one on top of it that
Yep.
stops us dizzy.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's what they did to me. And then finally, after I had the seizure, and the stroke right before that, after all that, they took away the pain medicine. They said that was called the dizziness, and I'm like, no, it isn't, because I don't take it that much. I
Right.
still get dizzy, but they know it's from the blood clot.
And you
Now
still
I
have to
have,
move.
huh?
And you still have to move. And you can't be in pain and move.
No, and I also have a recorder in my chest now that it's not a tape recorder, so don't worry, girls. I have a recorder that
It's got to be
is
17 minutes of blank.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
very few people know that joke.
yeah, it's programmed to another phone that they have for me. And see, my heart stops beating when I'm asleep, and they just give it a little twinge to start it again while I'm asleep. I'm like, I'm glad y'all doing that for me. That's
Well, I'm
wonderful.
glad. I'm glad they figured that out. Did you have to go to
Yeah,
sleeping? Go and do like a sleep test
I
where you have to
I
say it's
have
all night?
been. I do have that. I do have the sleep apnea, but I've already had the sleep test. They want me to do another one so I can get another CPAP. The one
Yeah,
I had covered my whole face, and it made me feel like I was suffocating and drowning, and I just couldn't use it.
yeah,
I'm slowly taking myself off some meds. My mind not as foggy.
yeah, yeah. I
Good
just
luck
read
with
that
that.
myself. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that
I've
amazing?
cut back
That
on mine. I don't take. I'm supposed to take one medicine 4 times a day. If I did that, I would never be awake.
I was on something like that too. And they were like, "Oh, are you taking it as prescribed?" And it was like 600 milligrams 3 times a day. And I'm like, no, I take 600 milligrams at bedtime and it
Yeah,
knocks me out. You know,
that's what I do.
it's
I
like
take them
I
at
would be a
bedtime.
zombie if
yeah,
I
they
took
gave
it
me
three
one.
times a day.
Yeah, they gave me one that was a 3 time a day one,
Mhm.
and the doctor asked me, they're going, okay, are you taking that 3 times a day? And I looked at him and I went, no, I'm taking a PRN now. I'm not, which it
Yeah,
means whenever I need it. I'm
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
I'm taking a PRN because I can't, it works great when I need it to work, but for me to function, no, it's not. No.
No.
Well, I was doing crazy stuff like leaving my keys in the door, unlocking the door
Oh,
and leaving the keys there. I
dang.
would put my shoes in the refrigerator and take the milk and leave it sitting on the counter.
Well, you know damn good well that milk belonged in the mudroom.
Yeah.
Look at
And
that
I'm
face,
like,
Joey.
"Ooh, you know, what am I doing? Crazy,
Right?
you know?"
Us from California don't understand mud rooms, honey. I
I
know what
know.
they are, but
Yeah.
I've never seen one. I've
Okay,
never
hold
seen
on
one.
just a second. Let me tell you about a mud room. A mud
I
room
know
is
what
the
they are,
inside
but
place inside of a house that when you walk into it, you leave your shoes, your umbrella, your coats, all that stuff, so you don't track it indoors. Usually there's a pair of slippers or slides or house shoes or something that you slip into that you walk through your house with, so you don't get your house all muddy and dirty and crusty and all that stuff. That's a mud room. And the way I learned it, a friend of mine who lives in another city a long ways from here, they had just moved into the to a house and they were refurbishing it. It was a beautiful home, and she would talk about that mud room like it was freaking the the
the
bedroom
Taj
at the
Mahal, huh?
palace or something. Yeah, she's like, I got this for the mud room and I got that for the mud room. And I was like, what the hell is a mud room? So she schooled us on what a mud room was, which I was very grateful for to this day. And to know that she has the best mud room in the world.
Yeah, ask her. She'll tell you that.
Oh my God. PJ, I stopped taking my cholesterol medicine because it messes your brain up.
Yeah.
I don't. I look. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical anything. But I do know. I do know that I've even said something to my doctor. She's like, "Well, let's put you back on this statin." And I said, "Just tell me how I can do it naturally because I'm not going on that statin medicine. Your brain needs certain fats
Yeah.
to operate. Otherwise, your brain is going to be smooth. And God knows we got enough smooth brain people on YouTube. Come on.
Exactly.
But is it something about our age that our thyroid seems to go haywire when we get this age? Is it, or is it just
No,
me?
I want to tell you what happened with my thyroid. I've only got half a thyroid. And I was a guinea pig, I believe, because they couldn't figure out. This is before they decided I had fibromyalgia. They were, I, look, I don't have a gallbladder anymore. I don't have, I have half a thyroid. It's like, let's cut this out and maybe this will work. No, I need that for something.
Wow.
Yeah. So now when I've got a scar at my, on my throat that I didn't need, but I got. and I only have half of thyroid, so I don't have to take the Synthroids. I didn't want to take that medicine. That's something that so I don't have. I have a half of one, so I guess that makes me half of what? I mean, thyroid it covers a lot of things, and also thyroid regulates sleep. It regulates your weight gain, weight loss, all those things.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just half a person. Izzy
Yeah,
doesn't
by the time
usually
that
show her
you
face in
pick
the
all the
videos.
chunks
No,
out,
I
huh?
don't. Seventh son. No, I don't, honey. I really don't. I don't think there's any sense in it. I'm not there on my under my real name. I'm under my cat's name, and my real name is Joe. In case anybody wants to know, what do you know, Joe?
Yeah, yeah. So they were mentioning it in the thyroid thing, and I'm like, I, I don't know what
Yeah,
it is about. It kind of
I think it's like a heart,
starts to
honey.
go haywire when you
I
get
think
older.
your heart only has so many beats to beat when you're born. Once your beats are over, you die. Unless you get a heart transplant or unless you get a pacemaker to continue the beats. But I think everyone has a certain amount of beats to their heart. And then after that, it's, medical intervention or you get somebody else's heart to beat, for a heart transplant. But that's what I think.
Seven, do you want me to send this song to Echo? Is that what your problem is? Is that
No,
am I losing
he's
track here?
talking to PJ Swish about it because
Yeah, I
she
was
was
wondering.
wanting to hear it.
Yeah,
But
he wants you to
he
hear it.
can send it to me.
Do I need to send it to you, baby girl?
You can share it right here on the screen.
I'm not driving. Um,
See, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm just up here. I really
oh,
don't.
well, that's what I do. I just roll with it. I just roll with it, honey. Just like I do on your channel. When you pop up on your channel, I just kind of roll with life. Yeah, I just sent it to. Yeah, because it's not downloaded or anything.
Hmm.
He just sent it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Seventh Son. Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Yeah, I've been, y'all were talking about whether or not you feel like, a lot of times I feel like I'm less than I should be because I'm not as productive as I used to be.
Yeah,
But, and what she was saying about, my body doesn't work, but my brain still does. That kind of thing. Well, your brain only works to a certain degree before, you can only do so much with your brain.
yeah,
It, with mine, anyway.
yeah.
If I
I'm a total
had a
squirrel.
brain.
Well, you've been on the channel. I'll go. I go everywhere. You know, people say you have a topic. Why? It never stays there. It never stays there.
I know. YouTuber. No, wait a minute. Chat tuber. What's his name? Tuber chat. He always says
Oh yeah,
when I go into her streams, her 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 lives can go anywhere. She can talk about anything. Yeah, well,
yeah. I don't see her much anymore. I saw her a lot, and then she's kind of. Is she
who
still? Is she still up and running? Is she
who
still around?
who?
Tuber chat.
No, tuber chat is Kevin.
Heaven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's there a
Ah,
lot. I mean,
Oh really? I don't
yeah,
remember.
Echo goes in there.
Oh,
So
okay.
does a lot of people in your chat right there.
Isn't it funny that it's such the internet is so big, but then it ends up being so small? Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
if you
Are we
say
getting
so.
it, honey? Are we just gonna move on? We'll submit it next month. She does a Suno. Ooh, easy. You're a Suno person. She does a
Yeah.
Suno live once a month. So if you
Yeah,
want
a
to
lot of my
submit
videos are Suno. I did Canva today for everybody.
you what?
Canva.
Oh, Canva.
Hmm.
Is that what it was? Yeah, I popped in and popped out. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's
Um,
okay. I was doing Canva and I was doing about the hoax, where they say the missing kids in Virginia. There is not.
yeah,
Um, Somebody's trying to make bank off of YouTubers are trying to make bank off of missing kids again. So I wanted
yeah.
to
Of
make sure
course.
that they
If
understood
there's
that.
if there's an angle, somebody's at it. That's just the way that we are. Terrible, but that's just the way we are. Will there be time to play the song I wrote for PJ? I like Canva as well. Oh, yeah, Star is good at Canva. She's good at it. She enjoys playing in there as well. I think she's trying, honey. I think that's the
Okay,
reason
yeah,
she's
I'm trying to figure out how to get it. I'm
right.
think I'm thinking I
That's
can
why he sends it to me. He doesn't download it and then send it to me. He just
yeah, let
kind
me
of
see if I can
yeah.
get Messenger to then I can share it because you sent it to my messenger.
Hi.
So hold on just a second. I got to see if I can get in my messenger on the computer and then I should be able to do it. Okay.
She's working very hard here. She's working very hard at getting that up and rolling for you. I don't think PJ's here anymore, though. He left some time ago. He said he was going to go eat. He's on. Oh, there she is. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
There you are.
The hair goes down past the ass, so in case y'all wondering, which y'all probably not, but I'm telling you
Okay, wait,
anyway.
I gotta come look.
You mean with all this stuff? You didn't lose your hair?
Oh wow. See, you don't look
No.
anything like I had you pictured in my
Now,
mind.
would you have me pictured as? I just inquiring minds
Um,
want to know. Be nice.
no, nothing bad. But I didn't think that you had long hair. I didn't know you wore glasses.
Well, yeah.
I pictured glasses, but I figured I had bob
Yeah,
hair.
like
I had short
short.
hair. And
And I don't
curls
know
I
why,
did.
but I always thought you
Kind of
were
a natural
blonde.
curl I did.
I
Yeah.
I
And
actually am blonde,
light color hair.
but it
Yes,
gets
she
darker
is.
in the summer. Make that make sense. And it gets lighter in the winter. But right now it's darker.
Okay.
I don't. I've I've never. No, I can't say never. For the past, let's see, since I was 24, 25, I have not put anything on my hair but shampoo.
Uh-huh.
I I don't blow dry it. I don't curl it. I don't put any kind of heat to it. The hair is more virgin than I am. Okay.
Whoa! There's a
Yeah,
statement. Bum,
because
bum.
boom. But listen, I'll tell you
Right?
this. You know, the only thing about me that is virgin is my nose,
Uh oh. Uh oh. Watch what you say now. Watch what
and
you
it's
say
been
now.
and it's been fingered. So
Choose your words
Hmm.
so the
wisely.
the that was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. I didn't do anything. I didn't wear makeup. I didn't do anything. I
I
just
don't
let my
wear
hair grow.
makeup.
And then I got into esthetician and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden,
Mm.
all these doors opened, and people are like, "You can't walk around looking like that. You have to put on this. You can't walk around looking like that. You have to do
Tell them to
this.
bite
You
my
can't walk around
ass.
looking like that." And I'm thinking, I'm an old hippie. I
That's
don't do
me.
all those things.
Nope. The most you'll see in my hair is a dandelion headband. That's it. I'll make it myself and put it in my hair. I
Uh-huh.
mean, that's as far as it goes for me. I am not a dressy person. I'm not sophisticated. I'm just me.
Yeah. But you didn't lose your hair when you got sick and everything, huh? And they
Nope.
put you on all those crazy meds for a while?
Nope. They,
Yeah,
I didn't.
a lot of people, the first thing that happens is their hair just
Yeah. Yeah. I
goes.
didn't. Whoops. What happened? Oh,
She's
okay.
gonna
If
try.
I,
She's gonna
if
try to
I,
play this song.
I think I got it. Just a second. Let's see.
okay. We got an echo. We got an echo.
Okay.
Let me put up Scully's channel. Too over here. That's what we were talking.
Gather round, it's a brand new way. Turn waste into wealth every day. Save those shells, don't toss them away. Feed the earth and chickens come what may. Eggshells stacked in the corner tall. Don't throw them out, they can do it all. Crush them up, sprinkle in the yard. A calcium boost, working hard. Let your chickens roam free, feeding on the garden trees. Bugs and shells in harmony, nature cycle, can't you see? Turn the shells, let them shine. Feed your birds, make the soil divine. Garden bloom, chickens thrive. In the cycle, life will survive. From shells to fertilizers glow. A natural gift, watch it grow. Save a little, give a lot. Sustainable, we've got a lot. So next time you see that eggshell, think of the power, think of yourself. Reduce, reuse, it's the key. Happy chickens, lush green spree. Let your chickens roam free. Feeding on the garden trees, do it on the garden trees. Buds and shells in harmony. Nature cycle, can't you see? Buds to see. Turn the shells, let them shine. Feed your birds, make the soil divine. Garden bloom, chickens thrive. In this cycle, life will survive. From shells to fertilizers glow. A natural gift, watch it grow. Save a little, give a lot. Sustainable, we've got a lot. From the shells to fertilizers glow. A natural gift, watch it grow. Save a little, give a lot. Sustainable, we've got a lot.
There it is.
I'll get better at all this technical stuff. It's like if it's sent to my email, it's a lot easier for me to get it and play it. So I had to go into Facebook, go into
Right.
Messenger, and then play it for Messenger. But I got it. Yes, Brandon, you can join if you want. I don't know how much longer we're going to be on here, but I will drop the link again. There you go. Okay. PJ Wish said, that's so awesome. Yes, it is.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seven's
And I
got some,
have to,
Seven's got some hidden talents. He doesn't flash too much. I'm glad you're giving him the opportunity, Echo, too. Because like he'll
Oh,
send me
yeah.
songs.
I love it.
Yeah, he'll send me songs and I'm like,
So,
Lucy,
Lucy and Echo.
Uh-huh.
W- let's see, indie rock. Let me just bring this up. Share my screen. I'm
Hi,
gonna share
Brandon.
my screen. All right.
Hold on. Let me get it. Okay. I got it.
All right. So I wrote y'all a song, Lucy and Echo, indie rock. So we're gonna do indie. What else? What other kinds of music? Do you want like guitar. Let's
You
do
do it, honey. I'm game.
let's do a acoustic guitar. And do you want a man or a woman singing for y'all?
Oh, definitely a man.
Thank you. I was thinking the same thing. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Thank you for saying that, Echo.
Let me see what else I can do.
I want a man singing to me. I'm just saying.
Let's see. They got all different kinds.
Okay. While we're doing
Then we'll
this,
pick it.
I am going to let Beans out. He is doing the potty dance here. So I'll be right back.
All right. It is now loading.
Okay, and PJ Swish, I think Seven sent it to me, just the music, and I can probably email that to you if you want it. So we got that going on now.
All right. Here's the first one.
Two brave voices on a glowing screen, sharing hope where the world's unseen. Echoes, laughter lights the day. Lucy's wisdom guides the way. With every word they break the chains, turning struggles into gains. Echo and Lucy lifting hearts so high. Through the storm they're the clear blue sky. On their YouTube chat, the healing's real. Every soul they touch begins to heal. Echo and Lucy, shining true, helping the world, helping you. Stories told, the tears unwind. They listen close, they're gentle, kind. Every comment feels like home. No one ever stands alone. Dreams get mended, fears release. Through their voices, pain finds peace. Echo and Lucy, lifting hearts so high. Through the storm, they're the clear blue sky. On their YouTube chat, the healing's real. Every soul they touch begins to heal. Echo and Lucy, shining true, helping the world, helping you. When the night feels heavy and the world feels cold, their words are fire, their stories gold. They remind us all we can stand again, with kindness, courage, and a loving friend. Echo and Lucy, lifting hearts so high. Through the storm, they're the clear blue sky. On their YouTube chat, the healing's real. Every soul they touch begins to heal. Echo and Lucy, shining true, helping the world, helping you. Helping you, helping me too. Echo and Lucy, the light comes through.
Oh,
That was for y'all. And this is the other one. It gives you two for each one. So this
Uh-huh.
is the other one. It's
Okay.
probably a different beat.
Two bright voices on a glowing screen, sharing hope where the world's unseen. Echoes, laughter lights the day. Lucy's wisdom guides the way. With every word they break the chains, turning struggles into gains. Echo and Lucy, lifting hearts so high. Through the storm, they're the clear blue sky. On their YouTube chat, the healing's real. Every soul they touch begins to heal. Echo and Lucy.
I actually like the first one I played better, and I will
Yeah.
send it to y'all.
Okay.
And y'all can have it as the opening for this one. And it's all it's going to have is the picture of the two birds
Okay.
on the branch. Download. Where are you? Download. I know. I
Thank
talked
you,
to
Izzy.
myself.
That's so nice.
So you like that?
I do.
Yeah, that was for y'all because y'all do help heal, whether you know it or not. So
I know. And I want us to do something I mean, we've been doing my healing journey, but I want us to do something to help, other people too. So
Yeah. Well,
that'll
that's
be
what
good.
that's what my channel started out doing, was trying to help parents who had lost children. And I had so many trolls come in and say, "Hey, you're not an authority on this. You're not a mental health healer." And it's just all, where's your degrees? And I'm like, "Hey, I got life experience. I can tell you all these things you want to know."
Right. And that's the
Thank you.
thing. I'd rather learn from somebody who's been through it
Exactly. That
than from somebody who's written a book about it, who doesn't have a bit of knowledge of their
Yeah,
own,
generic stuff. Yeah.
you know. That's why I always say, men design kitchens, and a woman needs to design her own kitchen if she's going to be the one cooking in it. But most
Exactly.
architects that design the kitchens are men. They know nothing about
Yeah.
it, you
Like
know?
bras.
And that's why I'm like, I don't want to learn from people who, you can go to school and you can have all the degrees in the world, but if you don't have some common sense and if you can't reach me emotionally, you're not going to be able to help me. So,
Oh, true.
that's just how I feel about it.
Well, they also are the ones who design bras. And until a woman did it,
Yeah.
come on,
A
y'all.
woman would have said you don't need one.
Good point, honey. Good point, honey. Good. I like that.
All right. Body, I just sent that to you in your email.
Okay.
So that is y'all's song. You can play it at the
Thank you.
beginning of y'all's streams y'all do for the health things if you want to.
There it came through just now.
Huh?
It just came through. Thank you.
You're welcome. That was a freebie.
That's so sweet.
I mean, I just
That's
like to
fun.
dress everything up. Ha ha ha. Ruby. How are you, Ruby? Rudy, I'm sorry.
Rudy, yeah. Hello, Rudy.
Hey,
I
look,
guess Brandon
read
wanted to
dyslexic
come
too.
up, but he must have had problems because he's
Like I
busy
did.
today. But that's okay. He can try
Well, he
again.
was
You
walking,
ladies,
so
thank
he
you
might,
for
his
allowing me to
connection might.
come up.
Well, I'm glad you
Yeah.
came.
Thank you for allowing
Missy.
me to
I'm glad
come
you
up.
kept
I,
fighting it,
I
I
am too.
and
appreciate
I'm glad
y'all.
it's finally talking to you.
Well, talking to the avatar, yeah. I wish I had
Right?
the um kahunas to be able to be like y'all and just show my face and stuff. But I don't do that. I don't even like going out in public, let alone being on a damn social media platform like
Well,
that.
my thing is when I started, I didn't know you could do what you're doing. I didn't know that.
What,
I just got
avatar?
up there and started talking. I didn't know you could hide your face. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
When
know
I
jumped in
either.
and
look,
started
when I
rolling with
started,
it.
when I started, yeah, I had a blank screen, didn't even have an avatar on it, and I was going through YouTube, and then I put my cat Izzy Pop up there, and then I was scared because people were doxing people, and I didn't want my cat doxed, so I changed his picture to a fake one, which is still my Facebook picture. So, but it's not fake now, but because I just had to. I didn't want people, putting him into facial recognition and finding out he was Izzy Pop.
I always figured if they want to find out, they're going to find out, no matter how much walls
Yeah,
you put up.
well,
There's
I was
so
already
much out
doxxed.
there.
I was already
Yeah.
doxxed, and I shouldn't have been because I never put my name out there. It was always Izzy Pop, email, Cash App, everything Izzy Pop, and my Izzy Pop
Izzy
owns a
Pop
lot
or
of.
Izzy Ska, right?
Well,
Didn't you do Izzy Ska for what?
Pop for Izzy Ska. I was Izzy Pop at the very beginning. That's my cat's name. The very first channel I had was my real name, and I was like, I've I deleted that channel a long time ago. Started this one
Okay.
2016, and but
Okay.
I was when YouTube first started. I was there. I was just under my real name.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know how bad that was, but I also didn't start going into live streams until after my son passed because my son was schizophrenic. And anything like that would just blow his mind. People talking to
Uh,
me, like it's like the TV. He's thinking TV should talk to him, but it's not. It's
right.
it's YouTube, and there are live people. There's live people on TV too. But he just didn't register. He had a 15-year-old mind, so it was hard for him to
Yeah.
understand. But
And
I
you
love
work
you,
with it. You
ladies.
learn how to work with it. I mean,
And if you don't want me to love you, I will like you a lot. So there you go.
You can love us.
Okay, because see, Janica says no, don't love me, and I'm like, okay, I like you a lot.
there you go.
She's
Well,
okay with
Jenica's got a
that.
little extra work too. I like
I
my
love
Jenica.
Janica. I do.
Uh-huh.
I talk to her all the time, daily. In
Yeah.
fact, we wake up singing to each
She
other.
speaks very supportive.
Well, we do. We call each other and we sing songs to each other. And she goes, hello. And I go, hello. But that's how it is. I mean, she's the big sister that I lost in '94. My
Aw.
sister passed. I had a half sister passed also, but she passed in '94 and she was 36 years old. And I
My
lost my
goodness.
best friend. So now I have Jenica.
Yeah,
Well, we can definitely have our own chosen family. If
Right.
I have
that's it.
learned anything, I have learned that.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
And I hope your granddaughter's doing well, Miss Echo.
she is.
She's a cutie patootie, man.
I
I've
tell you
watched her
what,
grow.
she is just, I mean, my heart. It's like I love my daughter with everything I
Yeah.
have,
I know
but
that
there is a
feeling
whole new thing there in my
with
heart for that
grandkids.
little girl.
Is that your only grandchild?
Yes, I have
That's the
one
reason.
daughter and one grandchild.
I've got, now I've just have my daughter, but I had my son and daughter, and I've got three grandchildren. My oldest is 25, and he comes here and takes out my trash for me. See if I need anything. He's a good kid. And then I have my granddaughter that's 20. She'll be 21 in February. And then I have a grandson that was my son's son that turns 20 in October. So they're in their 20s.
Yeah,
And no greats. I told him, nope, nope, no greats. I'm too
you
young.
will.
No, great.
I'm too young to be a great.
Well,
But
I
I
only have the
appreciate
one
y'all.
girl, and I wish that I could have had more, and I wish
Uh,
that she would have more, but I think she's done. So I'm good with the two I got. But
well, I know that when she had her tubes tied, I had to sign the paperwork because she had fibroids really bad.
hmm
And she, at the time, she wasn't married. And so I had to sign the papers so that she could get her tubes tied. Well, I said, yeah, let's do it. Told the, I said, come on, let's do it. So while she's in the operating room, I asked the doctor if he would bring her tubes out to me so I could stomp them in the floor. That was, I know.
Wow. Wow.
Look, that's what they look. The first time they tied my tubes, they came untied. I had my son. Only one tube came untied, and I had my son. Now, after I had my son,
Mhm.
they said, "Well, we're gonna cut, burn, and tie 'em." I said, "Cut, burn, tie, yank them out, stomp them in the floor, whatever you got to do. Let's just not do this again, okay?"
Oh my goodness.
Private chat. Bonjour, Echo.
Yes, that's Rudy.
Bonjour.
Rudy, I'm
Yeah,
fixing to
it's
get off of
Rudy.
here, babe. I'm not going to bring you up because we've
I'm
been on
going.
for 2.5 hours, so we're about done.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'm sorry I
Yeah.
interluded,
No, I'm glad
interrupted,
you did.
Oh
I'm glad
intruded,
that you
whatever.
did. This is the
no.
first.
I,
You've
I
never
love
been
you,
on my
Kizzy. You're
channel
always a
before.
That's
joy.
because I just learned to do restream just now.
Okay, well, now you know how to do it, and you're always welcome. You have an open
I do
invitation
StreamYard, honey. Come and join me. I
anytime.
do StreamYard.
You are welcome anytime.
Well,
I
I
still want to
appreciate
get
you.
Scully to come on. I don't know if I'll ever manage to
It's
do
the
that.
only look. Let me tell you, the only reason he'll come up in my back stream is because he has a key, so he can come up there anytime he wants to. Because he comes up there and messes with his stuff while I'm live, and that's okay. Because it's we shoulder that cost together. But I make his videos. He pays for StreamYard. That's how it works. So when he comes up there, it's for that. He might come up there to announce something he's got going on, or if we got something going on together, he'll come up and announce it. But he's supposed to go live tonight for his news, literary news and ASMR. So instead of a play, which I said, what are you gonna do? Wait till Saturday morning and send me the script for me to do an overlay? No. Okay, thank God.
Now, do you have
I know
anything?
I know I'm bored a lot, but I'm not that bored. All right, guys. Love you, ladies. Y'all behave yourself. Where's the door on here? Somebody tell me where the damn door is on this place. I'm trying to get out.
I'll kick you.
Kick
Love
me.
you, darling.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
There we go.
Love you,
Let's see.
beautiful.
Let me go back in here and
What is-
kick her. Oops.
Now she's done streaming.
There we go. All right.
I didn't notice any difference in the two. The two. Yeah, anytime, honey.
There we go.
You
Now
come
it's
join me
good.
anytime too. Yeah, yeah. I've done both, and I really don't see that much difference. It's different buttons. StreamYard and Restream. Yeah, just different buttons. Basically the same stuff.
Yeah. I liked StreamYards.
Well,
I
this has
just
been a
couldn't use
beautiful
the higher price.
renewal. Yeah.
Ooh, that was a hard kick and drop. I'm sorry.
Next time you'll have to wear your padding, Izzy, when you come on.
Exactly. I don't know how to say, and I guess it's Anfield Road layout in the loft. I know you were in
Okay.
earlier, and I gave you the blue butterfly wings. So, thank you so
That's nice
much.
of you
Thank
popping
you,
in and out
everybody.
live.
This has been a wonderful conversation. We do try to bring y'all some information, but we also want to just talk and see how everybody's doing and share what we do in our lives, what makes us happy, and what helps us along the way. So we hope that y'all enjoyed it. We won't be here next Sunday, but we'll be here the following Sunday on September 7th. And we'll be here Tuesday night too. So we will see you Tuesday night.
Oh, okay.
All right. Say your goodbye. Make today better than yesterday. How
Make
do you
today
say it better than I do?
yesterday. Try to make today just a little bit better than yesterday.
Yes. Every
Love
day, a little better. Eventually we'll all get there. I hope.